But you need at least a ½ inch of the client's hair to have a decent bond. And we got just about that. I don't want to go any deeper because we're going to need him in a month to do our classes. We kind of recycle our models a little bit. So we use it, we recycle it. So we use them up. Yes, sir. I'm going to put Euro tape. You can use Euro tape. You can use the bonding solution. Either one. I'm going to trim some of his hair right now. But it has to come off every once in a while. You have to take this up and shampoo. But the perimeter will stay. That holds. Yeah, we're going to just give him a trim right now, so I don't have any loose hairs flying around in his bonding. Once we put the perimeter bond on. Last. You can get up to 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks. I can't hear you. Use the bonding solution on top of the tape. You'll see that. I'm going to go through the procedure. I just want to get him trimmed up and then let Mike relax a little bit because he's been working hard today. You've been working real hard, right? That only is for if you have enough hair to create that stubble. Not harmful, no. It just won't hold. It'll break down real quick because the skin oils will break it down. Unless it has the hair as to tie it into. Yeah, but not a haircut.
Oh my God, that's like the worst feeling, okay?
Last class? No. Any questions? Fire them out. I'm trying to get this done as quick as possible because this is like watching paint dry.
Could you please tell us what kind of adhesive you're using since it's no hair in the front again?
Excuse me?
What type of adhesive again for perimeter?
I'm going to use a Euro strip. Let's see if I have any here. I don't think I'll have to have somebody bring me some. I don't have a Euro strip here, but I'll get some. And you'll see it's a very strong tape, and we use it sometimes as a bonding agent when we do full cap. We use that, and it'll hold as well as the bonding agent. And you can also use it on lace. with the lace, all lace.
Edge with the lace. Okay.
It's all lace, full lace. Now, if I can get somebody to get me some alcohol.
We're going to bring you some, Carmen.
Huh?
The strips, I told them, the Euro strips.
Strips, and I need some alcohol. I don't see any here. Wait, let me see if it's in here. Clean. Make sure there's no oils around, especially around the perimeter. In a salon, I don't like to use alcohol as much as here. This is the only way we can do it here. Okay, next thing we're going to do is prepare the hair unit for the tape. The tape is a liner tape. Which one? You got me. I think it's an Ovation. Yeah, I think it's an Ovation. Yeah, clarifying shampoo. No conditioners. Conditioners have plasticides and they have all kinds of stuff in it that is supposed to be left in after you rinse. And when that happens, then you are leaving something behind. And we want to put this liner tape from edge to edge. Let me tell you a little something about the liner tape that we use. There's a couple of different, thank you. There's a couple of different methods. You've heard of red liner? Now, red liner is probably the best holding out of all of them. The only concern we have with red liner is that it's not a medical grade. It's an industrial grade tape. There are some clients that might get a reaction to it after wearing it a while. And some of the adhesive will break down the adhesive on that second side and create an irritation. So there's two ways of doing this. You can either use that, but you have to put a transport tape over it in order to protect the skin from being in contact with that. It's not a lot of people that have that, but there are some cases. So we have to tell you that you should protect it. Or you can just use brown liner, or what they call cloth tape. And cloth tape will work if you're not concerned about a see-through problem, because you'll see the white, because it's a white tape. And it holds real well, holds up real well. But if you have a problem with see-through, which in this case probably not, because the material in this base is pretty thick, so you probably could get away with that. You can also use this on the front if you want to use it as to hold the front down. Now in this case, I'm going to go through the process of the red liner. That way it'll give you an idea of of how that works. Because red liner holds real well on the urethane, but it doesn't hold so well on, or it does hold well, but you don't want to use it against the skin. So we put the two tapes together. We put the red liner and line it up on the inside, and I'll just do this real quick. The way I do it, I put it on the edge of a table. Line it up as best you can. Yeah, just hold it. And I'll take enough, somewhere around 18 inches will do it. And sticky to sticky, right. Now when I peel this off, this is going to be the surface that you're going to be putting your adhesive on. And the adhesive is going to stick to this, and that's going to go directly to the skin. And then just peel off the backing, which that's the hardest thing to grab, to get. Sometimes I get lucky.
Do you understand what he's saying? Do you understand? I mean, do you understand what he's saying? Because I know this is
new to me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you understand what he means?
The tape?
Yeah, like what he's doing. Because he's going to put it. He's going to put the adhesive on the unit, but he needs something for the adhesive to stick to. So he didn't want to put a red line tape on the skin because it's not medical grade, it's industrial grade. So the white one is. So he bonded the red one to the white one. White one will go against the skin. Then he put the adhesive on the unit.
Right.
Yeah. So in
And
this case,
see
you
when
need to
that's
tell
done, it's clear.
Yeah.
It'll be close to clear. And you make sure this is on the outside. So I'm going to put this around the perimeter of this hair unit.
Just the red. He just wanted to use the red.
Should pin it first.
He would still have to glue it. Right?
No, you can put that
that'll be
on
the
both sides. You can put that
protector.
on that and
When
here
you're
too, but it won't be as
Taking this off after so many weeks wearing it, all you do is cut the
He
hair
didn't have to
along
put
the
that
edge,
tape on.
and you just peel this
He
back
would
off.
still need to put the adhesive on that other red.
Yeah.
Okay, so no matter what.
Yeah, because you have to have something on the unit and something on the scalp so they can stick together. Like if you just put it on the unit or just on him, it won't hold as well. It'll hold, but it won't be long. You get 4 to 6 weeks.
There's a few methods
shampoo,
of
swim,
it.
everything.
This is
when you
one
do it the way
I
he's
use.
doing it now.
As soon as I get to a point where it's running off because it's around, curved surface, then I just cut through it about to 1/8 of an inch, enough to bend it.
This way?
A nice smooth section, and that's what you're going to use for your bonding. Again, before I put any adhesive on that, I'll clean that.
Unless he's bending it around, he cuts a little bit.
This is the one area where we'll put the adhesive. This is a Permarite 1, is a silicone-based, oil-based product. It's only dissolved by oil. So some oily solvent is used to dissolve it. When you clean your client, he's going to have some residual on him. It's got to be amber or something like Elite. That'll take it off. So it's an oil-based product. We're going to try to get this as clean as possible. You don't use a lot of it. It's not abundant that makes it work. It's got to be just covering that area. Start in the center and then let your brush spread. Now, if you can see, it's not very much. It's a thin coat. Thank you. Now we're going to just sit down a little bit. We'll put this on that area to match the area that he's going to be using on the hair unit. So it's the same thing. Now if you notice, work outside and then go back in. Don't do it up here, because if if it drips out, you'll have it all over like I just did. The other thing is try to stroke it down into the hair and keep the direction of the hair going in a natural direction. Otherwise, when it tightens up, it'll be uncomfortable if the hairs are twisted.
I'm sorry.
I was trying to tell him what was going on so he could come back and tell you. Wasn't sure. I didn't know you was back there.
Oh, I just got take information.
Yeah. But the main thing is the hair. The hair has to have it all in it, because the hair is what's going to hold it. Okay, now it actually just sets enough for the solvent that's in here to dissipate, and it'll leave behind this heavy gummy type adhesive. And as I said, it's a contact adhesive. If it's alone and it cures, it won't stick. You could just touch it and it won't stick once it's cured. But if you take two parts and put them together, then it really sticks. Another thing I want to show you, while it happened, I'm not saying it doesn't, it happens a lot. You may get a little adhesive in the hair. I have a piece right here, just a little bit. Now, how do you clean it? If it only can be cleaned by solvent, if I put solvent on his hair and make it oily, how am I going to get the oil out? But if you use a little alcohol on the comb, it'll take it right off, and you don't have to worry about having to clean it, because the alcohol it'll dry up. I also got a little on the hair here. You can see it back. See that little piece back there? Saturate your comb. It'll beat it up, and then it'll come off, and you don't have any residue. This is an adhesive we used extensively before we come out with any of the bonding lotions. Now this has been sitting here a little while, and it's pretty well cured. See, I can touch it. It doesn't do anything. If I put it on my finger, it's not going to stick very well. But as soon as it touches that, then it bonds. And then when the two parts are put together, that's what makes it bond.
That's
and
what I was trying to
You
tell
don't
you.
have to wait for curing time. This is what they call soft bond. There's a hard bond.
Can only use one color, the hard bond?
Hard bond is a crazy glue. So the way you use crazy glue, that's how you use hard bond.
That's a soft.
The hard bond, right? Yeah, we'll use these sleeve Euro strips in these little mini patches. They'll be easy to put on the perimeter in front. Now he is going to have to take that off every few days to shampoo. So he's going to have a way to do it. You teach your client how to do it. Make it easy for them. We used to take strips and cut the size to fit exactly. So it's easy for them when they're home. Because if they're going to struggle with it, they're not going to be successful. Then you're going to get a hard time. So do what you can to make it easy.
No.
Right?
So yeah, see, we're
So that holds that front down well enough.
some people say you can just use it.
Yeah, a lot. Bend down. Let's see if I can get you right here. I don't want to get them Okay. Down we go. So now, he's on there pretty good. Because when two parts hit, then that's perimeter bonding. Taking this off, you have to wait. Of course, the hair is going to be growing. And there's two ways of doing it. Either you could put them in the sink and use the, like in his case, without very much you dissolve it off. But normally, with a good, heavy track that you created, they would have a 1/4 of an inch of hair in that period of time. And you just razor it off right there, and then just peel the tape off, and it's pretty clean. It's a good, clean method. Four to 6 weeks. Okay, we're going to just do some hairstyling now and check them out. Did we get a water bottle? Did they give us a water bottle? Once I get that blended, then I'll worry about the rest of the hair. Then it'll be just giving him a haircut. But we're going to have to work to get this down. Somebody asked me about a razor. Matter of fact, this morning I did one of the models for the runway show completely with a razor. There's the only problem we don't profess to use razors is that it takes a long time to learn how to do it properly, and if you don't, you can leave the hair in a bad state. But yes, razors work. You're just taking the same thing and taking the hair like that, you know. But if you effilate it, you got to effilate it bluntly. You can't just string it out. And that's the problem with improper use of a razor. This one? A few times, as long as the color stays good. Yeah, because you're not really doing any too much damage to the base. If this is a strong unit, you know, this is a pretty strong base. But now, in order to keep that going in a horse's mane and reduce the length, you take a pair of pliers and you get the longest hair and you pull it out. You go to the next longest hair and pull it out. From the root. Comes right out. It's not painful. That's what I'm doing here. but I'm doing it from the bottom. And it's reducing the hair on the end, but still leaving it feathery. And it's the same method, the same idea, so that when you're finished, it goes out.
Guy comes in 4 or 5 weeks and he's got to be efficient. Somebody says, don't cut his hair first.
Where are you going? Haircut first, then blend to that length. You gotta have a baseline. I just feel as though it gives me a good finish when I'm done. A lot of people, they don't want to move their hands so much. But it's cut blunt. If you look at that, that's pretty blunt. Matching this across to the other side. So I'm taking a guide. When I pick this up like this, I take the guide from what we have here. There's his length, and I'm going to match that to the other side, reducing the hair on top. And see here,